All right. Are we live? All right. All righty. All right. If we are live and if it's working, go into the chat box, comment off to the right, and say hello. Say hello. I'll type hello too. Hello. Hello. All right. All right. Click Addict. Love Click Addict. How's Uruguay, baby? All right. Uruguay? Uganda? All right. So we got what? How many people are logged in right now? We got a couple hundred people who are in at the moment. We should swell. We had about 1,200 signups for this webinar since we announced it like a couple days ago, which is good. So what I wanted to do, I'm in my office right now, in between deals and craziness, but I wanted to spend some time and go through what I think is probably the most important aspect of being a real estate agent. For anyone here who has signed up for the course, this will be mostly new stuff. And for anyone who hasn't signed up for the course, this will touch on a lot of what's in the course to hopefully get you excited to go sign up for the course right after. All right. And you know, if you've taken the course and you've started it, I love all the feedback. I love the emails. I tell everyone all the time, email me, ryan@ryanserhant.com. I love it when you leave the comments on the Facebook group so other people can see them. So far, and maybe I haven't looked at all of them, but so far everything I've seen is insanely positive. People have already gotten $1 to $2 million listings. People have already converted people that they never thought they could convert. People have already started their entire businesses in the last 4 days. I mean, the feedback has been really insane, and I could not be happier. My whole team who helped me put this together over the last 24 months is like through the roof. So thank you to all of them. And if anyone else that you know who's a real estate agent should be watching this, please send them the link, because the more of us that are prepared to sell, the better. So what I want to do is I want to go through how I generate leads, how I started generating leads when I was new to the business, and how I do it now 10 years in. And when I first started, I was doing maybe a rental or 2 deals a month. Now I sell a home roughly every 15 hours or so. I think that's the math, right? Almost 2 homes a day is what I sell. And we'll go through kind of how I do that and how I continue to generate leads the same way. And then with any time that we have left over, let's say maybe the next 40 minutes or so, and feel free to ask questions the entire time. Then we'll do Q&A for anyone that has questions about the course, or anything else you want to ask me, literally. So first things first, if anyone asks you what your job is, what do you say? Type it into the comments right here. I want to see what people say their jobs are. Let's see what people say. Someone says, hey, you're a real estate agent. What's your job? What do you say? What do you say? Professional realtor. Okay. You find people homes. Okay. You're a real estate agent. Okay. But what is your job, right? Therapist. Yes, that is partly your job. But what's your job? Okay. Your career is as a salesperson, right? That's how you make income. But what's your actual job? You're an educator. You build relationships. You find people dream homes. Sales, law. Yes, I get that. You bring buyers and sellers together. Yes, that's true. Marketing expert. Okay. So these are all techniques that you need to have for your job, but no one here has said yet what the actual jobs are, except Andrew Perry right here. We have 2 jobs, lead generator and selling real estate. So now you know your number 1 job as a salesperson in real estate is to generate leads. You cannot sell real estate unless you have people to sell it to. You cannot get someone to buy real estate unless you have people to buy the real estate. Your whole job all day long, your whole focus, and a lot of this is in the course and a lot of it's in my book, but your whole job and the entire focus is to meet new people every day. And we're going to talk about how I do that, and to generate leads and then to put them into your drip system. All right. And we're going to talk about different ways to do that. For instance, a lot of the ways that I have a lot of you here right now, and a lot of the ways I've gotten a lot of people interested in and buying the course hasn't been because I met you on the street, was it? That's how I met new people and generated leads in 2008, 2009, and 2010. But it's not necessarily how I do it today, because now technology provides us new ways of meeting new people, and it can be really cost effective, and you can really target people. All right. But your job is to generate leads 1,000 100%. Don't let anyone tell you differently. Houses don't sell themselves, and a house doesn't walk across the street to sell itself to another house, right? Anyone that you know who's a real estate agent who says they're in the real estate business, that person is super confused, and you should sit them down and talk to them. And you should tell them to take my course, ryanserhant.com/course. Go there now. But you should also help them understand that real estate is really our widget, right? The homes we sell, the apartments I sell in Manhattan, the homes you sell on the beach in Alabama, the homes you sell in Uruguay and in Berlin. And there's a lot of people taking this course who are from all over the world, which is pretty crazy to me. You are all selling widgets. It doesn't matter, right? The dream home process, the therapy process, those are the techniques, those are the pieces of the trade. But the actual work is generating leads. So the first thing I want you to focus on, if anyone's writing this down, is back to basics, right? I think about that every single day because I remember the time that I was the best at generating leads, the time that any of my team members were the best at generating leads was right when they first started, right? Because they weren't busy. They weren't running around with deals and clients and closings and painting this and picking up this microwave and doing all this busy work. Their whole focus, because they had no business, was building their sphere of influence, right? That was them going back to basics. That was me going back to basics. And I try to get myself to do that a little bit every day. And I want you to focus on that every day. When you wake up in the morning going forward tomorrow, think to yourself, back to basics. What would I do if I were a new real estate agent in the market today? Right? What would you do? You would need to go and find people. Okay? Unless you work for somebody else and you're working on their people, you need to go and find people. And you do that by building your sphere of influence. Now, I don't want to waste time going through everything that's on the course because it's the whole reason the course is there for, in how to build that sphere of influence, with the exception of you need to work with people who have things in common. If you read my book, you know that when I first started, the people I had things in common with were people I worked out with at the gym. That was literally it. I didn't know people at church. I didn't know friend groups. I wasn't from New York whatsoever. If anyone here is from Texas, I literally came here, Houston, Texas, to Boston, to college in upstate New York with cowboy boots. And I moved to New York City and said, I'm a real estate agent. And everyone said, no, you're not. And I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure I am. I just passed the course and I'm a real estate agent. And no one cared. So I had to go out and go back to basics. Remember that. I'm going to say it 10,000 times and find people I had things in common with. So I want you to write down one thing that you have in common with a larger group of people. Mine was going to the gym. And if you follow me on Instagram and social, you see me at the gym all the time. I don't just do it because I like it and it preps me for the day, which is important, and it makes me feel better, which is important. I also do it because that's a great referral source for me where I can talk to people every day, not about real estate, but I can drip it. Okay. So we talked about 5 minutes ago, building your sphere of influence so you can hit them with a drip campaign. And the drip campaign, we're going to talk about it too, is both through email, through social, through texts, phone calls, etc. But it's also in person. Every day when I'm at the gym with those people that I have something in common with, I mention real estate a little bit. They now know Ryan Serhant, real estate. Now you think about it too. Maybe yours is running groups and you need to set up a running group. Maybe yours is the moms at the daycare. Maybe yours is the parents at the school your kids go to. Maybe it's the parents with the baseball team where your son plays in second grade. Maybe it's kids you just went to school with because you actually still live in your hometown. Find that group that you have something in common with and make that your personal immediate sphere of influence every day. And you're going to touch them in some way every day, either in person, by text, by email, through Facebook. Okay, welcome to all of us in our Facebook community page, which is now 8,000 people strong.
Over 8,000.
Just over 8,000 people strong. All right, through Instagram, that is a sphere of influence that you have right there that you can milk. All right. Once you build up that sphere of influence and you mix it in with the people that you already know, and that's your parents, that's your friends, that's everyone that you had in your high school yearbook, that's the people you meet on the street, that's the people you follow on social media, you're going to do a couple things. Okay. You're going to build an email list of all those people, and you're going to send them an email once a month. Now, I know a lot of people preach doing it more, doing a newsletter once a week, et cetera, but I think it's hard to come up with that amount of content that is actually worthwhile reading. And I get very, very, very nervous and concerned about spamming people that way. So the way I like to generate leads from my sphere of influence through email is one email a month. with everything about me, everything that's going on in the market, everything that I think is important. And then I'm touching base with them throughout the month in different, more personal ways. Okay. That's through personal emails. That's through touching base on their birthdays. That's through text. That's through direct messages. That's through Twitter. That's through Facebook. That's through LinkedIn. That's through their Bloomberg profile if they work in finance. All right. So you're going to send them an email once a month, and then you're going to touch base with all of those people in different personal ways throughout the month. Then you're going to do another thing. You're going to set up a dinner once a month for different people. When I first started, I was so exhausted because I felt like I had to go to dinners and meet and have drinks with all these people in order to build my relationships. And I get so stressed because I didn't know what to talk about in all of these meetings. And then I realized, wait a minute, people really appreciate meeting other people and they appreciate networking. What I can do is I can take those people and I can put them together. So either in a dinner or in drinks, either at your house, at another listing, right? Killing multiple birds with one stone, or at a local restaurant where you just have a deal. You host a dinner or drinks for 10 clients once a month. If you don't have 10 clients, 5 clients. If you don't have 5, 2 clients. Okay. But I wouldn't do more than 10 because it becomes too much of an event, too much of a scene, and you can't control that many people. And that's once a month. And then people are going to meet other people. And that way you're actually doing the benefit of getting people to make new friends. And people love doing that. Once a month, you're going to do it. You're going to put it into your calendar. Okay. So you're writing this down. You're going back to basics. You're milking your sphere of influence from people that you have things immediate in common with. Okay. And then you're doing drinks or dinner with up to 10 of your clients once a month. And it's 10 new clients the next month. And it's 10 new clients the next month after that. Okay? All this stuff seems so common sense, but no one does it. You know how many real estate agents I meet who have been in the business for years and years and years and years and years, and they don't do any of this stuff? It's because they get so busy, right? They get so busy. Busy. They're busy bees. They're hamsters. They're running in a wheel, and they don't go back to basics. What did you do the first day you were in real estate? You went and found people to sell or rent real estate to. It's like this amazing idea. Go back to basics, okay? So you're doing the drinks. You're reaching out to these people. You have your monthly newsletter, which is something that we can talk about separately as well, all right? And then on top of that, there's a couple other basic things that you should be doing a little bit every day, right? One is one that I can't do in New York City, but my team does in Brooklyn, and it's door knocking. A lot of people are asking questions about it on the Facebook group. It's something I don't go into the course, so we can talk about it now. If I go and I knock on the doors of people in New York City, I will be shot, right? I'll be shot. I'll be arrested. I'll be shot. I'll be arrested. People will take me away, so I cannot do that, right? But if you are in an area where there are houses, you can knock on people's doors. Even if it's one door a day, even if it's the most uncomfortable thing in the world, it is something that is super easy for you to do. And if no one picks up, you have something of value that you leave there. All right. In the back of your car, you can have envelopes stuffed already, nicely written out, introducing yourself as a real estate agent, saying that you have clients for their house. Okay. And you drop it off personally to a handful of houses every day, if those people don't answer the door. And if they do answer the door, you have your business card ready. Okay. You have a nice handshake. You look them in the eye. You say, you might have a client for their house. Would they be interested in selling? Right. Or if you do a little bit extra homework, you know what's selling on that block. For me, I know what's selling in the building if I were to actually able to knock on doors. All right. Someone just asked a question here. What if no money for 10 clients? I'm sure people are wondering. This doesn't cost money, right? What I want people to know is none of this stuff that I'm talking about should cost you any money. If you can't afford beers for 10 people, Pabst Blue Ribbon is like $10, $2 a beer. Okay. Then maybe we should have a separate conversation. You can borrow beer from a friend. I'm talking about creating a social scene for people to meet each other. You don't have to take people to $100 a plate dinners. You need to create a social scene. Maybe it's in a backyard. Maybe it's somewhere. Maybe it's not even drinks. Maybe it's just a lemonade. How much does lemonade cost? People get so wrapped up in cost and then they just don't do anything, and it drives me crazy. You know how many agents I meet all the time who say, oh, I would do client events, but I just can't afford it. I'm like, well, what kind of client events are you trying to do? You don't have to get people on a private jet and fly them to Bahamas, right? A client event for me these days, honestly, because I'm so busy in all reality, is having people come to my office. Come to my office. Come see my office. We'll put on TV in the background. I'll get a couple drinks and some appetizers and just hang out, get people to introduce themselves, get people to talk. It goes really, 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 really well, right? And then if you don't have clients, going back to another question here, for door knocking, right? If you build that sphere of influence the way I'm talking about, and that's why we did it, is get back to basics, step one, you will have your first clients, okay? You'll have your first clients out of the gate. Somebody, and I guarantee it, if you do the actual work and you don't just bullshit your way through it, someone will want to buy or sell something. Those will present your first clients, right? Now, I'm not saying go knock on random doors. Don't go to Washington, D.C. and go knock on the door of the White House. People are driving me crazy. You need to go knock on doors that actually make sense for you. Did you just rent a house down the block? You knock on every door on that block. Did you just host an open house for an agent because you have no business? Okay, you just did that. You need to now go knock on the door of every house on that block saying that you just hosted that open house. You had a great turnout. You've got people that are interested. And if you'd be interested in selling, a lot of people are asking about houses with a little bit of an extra front yard. Please let me know. I'd love to bring people over to you for a little bit, right? So that's how you do it. I don't want any complaining. Anyone that's listening to this webinar or who's taking the course, there's no complaining, there's no excuses, and I don't take no for an answer. If you can't afford 10 beers, do water. Make it a water party, right? 10 tap waters. It's free. It comes out of the sink. And if you can't go knock on one door, you need to psych yourself up, okay? Drink a beer and go knock on that door. It is not that hard. What's the worst thing that can happen? No one answers? Great. Now you have your envelope stuffed, introducing yourself already in the back seat. You're just going to leave it there. And here's the most important thing I need to impress to all of you. No matter what I say right now, no matter what I say in the course, no matter what I say in the book, no matter what you see me do this Thursday at 9 p.m. on $1 Million Listing New York, it means absolutely nothing if you don't do it, right? You could listen to all this and take all the notes. But if you stay up too late tonight watching TV, you wake up late tomorrow morning, and you don't do the work, it'll do nothing. Even if you do one thing that I'm talking about, one little thing, and go that little extra step and do one thing more tomorrow to meet somebody new that you didn't do today, you are already on your path to success. It is exactly how I started, and it is not hard. That's the best thing about sales. Anybody can do it if you just do the work. And there's no ceiling. There's literally no, there's a ceiling in my office right now in Soho, but there's no ceiling for sales. No one is ever going to tell you sold too much. No one is ever going to say to you, hey, listen, Justin, you did too many door knockings today. You met too many people. You went above your quota. Can't do it. No one's ever going to say that. Okay? I'm losing my fucking mind right now.
Is he back there?
No. This is an error occurred on YouTube.
Oh, both systems.
For the internet just break. They're different companies. It's not like they're both Google.
Why is he not connected to Wi-Fi? Well, he was.
Then the Wi-Fi stopped working on YouTube.
Oh.
Now people are going to quit. Apparently the webinar for this. Yes.
Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Can anyone hear me?
Yes. We just stopped the YouTube.
You can hear me?
We just restarted and just go live on his public YouTube channel.
We can hear you.
Okay, great. Now it works.
Yeah.
Oh, YouTube is back. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Fuck this. Okay. So I'm going to keep the Instagram live right here, just in case. Okay. Here we go. Oh, that's awkward. Let me set this up. And we're going to keep YouTube up. All right. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties with the internet in New York City. I have no idea why. Okay, wait. Let me just tell people we are back. Had a quick commercial break. Yes. Yes. All right, we're back. Everyone can hear me, right? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to be over here on Instagram Live, and I'm going to be over here on Facebook. Maybe this will be a double whammy. For those of you who we lost and who are coming back, we're in the middle of a lead generation webinar right now for my course, Sell Like Serhant, which you can get at ryanserhant.com/course. And if all else fails, and this cuts out again because the internet apparently is not having a good time, go to www.ryanserhant.com/course, get the course, and we'll do another webinar. All right, if we break out. Anyway, so real quick recap of where we were. Okay, first of all, your job as a real estate agent is to generate leads. That is it. You don't show houses. You don't deal with paint. You're not a professional negotiator. You are not a therapist. You don't help people find their dream homes. All of that is bullshit next to generating leads every day. The only way I went from making $9,000 a year to doing what I do now and selling a home every 15 hours, okay, at 35 years old in New York City, where I've got 80,000 other brokers I'm competing with, right, is I generate leads every day. That is my main job, right? We talked about going back to basics. We talked about building your sphere of influence through people that you have in common, not doing something weird that you're uncomfortable with that makes no sense. You'll never meet those people. We talked about emailing them once a month, creating a client or drink dinner once a month, creating a client event once a year, right? Emailing, texting, DMing, Facebooking, Instagramming those people. We talked about door knocking, and now we're on cold calls. So we're now back, right? All right. So cold calling is not something that I've ever done in my office personally. I've done it a few times, but it's not something I've ever done because my mom once told me to do unto others as you'd wish others would do unto you. And I hate it when people cold call me. It is a bad first impression. I have never done anything with someone who cold called me because it just really, really annoys me because I don't like using the phone anymore. You know why? Because it's 2019. And there's a lot of ways that I can reach out to people and that people can reach out to me on my own time. Why do you think Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, Apple, Disney streaming are so valuable now? It's because no one wants to watch TV on their time. You don't want to watch TV when NBC tells you to watch TV. Screw them. I got stuff to do at 9 p.m. No, everyone wants to now watch TV and watch their shows on their own time because time is our most valuable asset. If you watched one of my vlogs, I think it was 2 vlogs ago or so, I talked about my 1,000-minute rule and how I break down my life into 1,000 minutes a day. That's my bank of time. I'm the CEO of my own bank of time. You can go watch that vlog, 1,000-minute rule. I don't want to use up anyone else's time with something that they might deem annoying. Now, listen, you have to know your audience, okay? There's a certain audience that I have of buyers, sellers, and developers who are really bad at email. They are not good at email. They don't like it. They don't use social. Those people, I cold call. And I cold call them because they expect calls all day long because that's how they converse with the world. They have flip phones. They pick up their phone. That's how they want to talk to people because that's what they're used to. Right? Most of those clients are older than me anyway. Most of those clients are older. And they appreciate the phone calls because they like hearing someone's voice because they hate the fact that other people text them and email them and DM them. But for everybody else that's in my audience, who I know that they text, they email, they DM, they have other ways of communicating, I reach out to those people through those ways first. So cold calling in 2019 is not cold calling. It's cold messaging. And that's something that you need to do by going back to basics every day. So remove the word cold calling from your head because that has a negative connotation and it makes you nervous and it builds anxiety. And think about cold messaging, right? Cold messaging with value to somebody that you're looking to reach out to. So if it's a seller, someone you want to sell their home, right, your cold message, whether you do it over the phone, over text, over email, over DM, is hi. My name is Ryan Serhant. I'm a real estate agent. I love your house. I think I might have a client who's interested in it. If you'd be open to selling, here's my cell. Here's my email. I'd love to talk. Wow. Mind blown. So simple. I told this to someone yesterday and they were like, wait, no, what? No, that never works. You got to type this. You got to say this. I got to get this person on the phone. I got to talk to them real fast. Chill out. You're dealing with human beings. And you need to provide something of value to anyone you ever talk to. If you want to sell someone's home, what do they want? They want money, and they want to know that you actually have somebody to sell the home to. If you're cold calling or cold messaging a buyer, you have an amazing property for them. Have they seen this property over on Smith Street? Did they see that open house over on Allen Street? Right? So figure out who your audience is, and then keep track of them. Something I talk about a lot in the course at ryanserhant.com/course. Go there now. Tell all your friends to go there right now. Is how to build up your follow-up database, right? Once I get someone's contact information, that is gold to me. You know what I'm worth as a real estate agent? Right? If I ever want to retire, how I'm going to sell something, I don't know. What am I don't sell houses, right? I sell my contact information for my clients, right? That is worth something. That is gold. That is what I'm going to be able to sell in 5, 10, 20, 50 years whenever I actually retire. I don't even think I'm going to retire. I'm probably going to go into the grave still trying to broker deals and generate leads because that's my job. That's what we're talking about, right? So you're cold messaging and you're putting people into a drip campaign. So if you call them first, they don't pick up, then you hit them with the text. Then you hit them with an email. Then you hit them on social media. If you start with an email, you hit them on email, then you hit them with the phone call, then you hit them with the text, then you hit them on social media. Those are your 4 ways of cold messaging people. That is how you lead generate in 2019. You go back to basics, right? And you end it with cold messaging. Okay? There's a lot of questions where people ask for a system to keep track of all your outreach via cold messages. Okay? Now, listen, everyone always talks to me about CRM. So let's talk about CRMs for a second. A CRM is only as good as the agent who uses it. I've used Base. I've used Follow Up Boss. I've used Salesforce. I've used Top Producer. And I think I've actually used like 4 others. None of them have worked for me. And I'm sorry. If you work for those places, you use them. And if they work for you, then use it. A CRM is only as good as the person who uses it. Same thing like the gym, right? The gym is only as good as how and when and how often you use it. You ever go to the gym and you see the same person on the elliptical machine? They're still overweight. They've been doing it for 2 fucking years. Yeah? Yeah? That's a person who complains about their CRM not working because they're waiting for something to do something for them. And if you read my book or you're taking my course, you know that it is not about waiting for people to do anything for us. It's about building discipline through work ethic to produce results on our own, to keep as many balls in the air as possible. So that if one ball drops, I don't care. They were going to drop anyway. That's fate. Guess what? I have 50 more balls up in the air and I'm juggling them all right now. So for me, the way that I honestly manage all of my cold messaging on all of the new leads is I put them all into my database. Okay. I put them all into Outlook. I use Outlook, Microsoft Outlook, plug, what's up? And then I use Wunderlist. It is a super simple app that is not anything that I've ever talked about before. It's Wunderlist, Wunderlist. It's a to-do list app. It is literally that simple, but it's easy for me to use. And I use it on my desktop and it syncs to my phone. And on that, I can keep track of all active buyers, all active sellers, all active pitches, all active deals, all active cold messaging programs that I'm doing. And I can type it all in and make it simple. I don't have to plug it in to any specific system with any specific type of follow-up. I just know that this is the way that my brain works. And it's as simple as personal, right? Okay. So it's a Wunderlist. And you can go and check on that now if you want. They don't pay me anything and they should. All right. Any questions so far, but before I move on? No, not sponsored by Wunderlist. Any questions? Can anyone hear me? Let's do a quick break. Can anyone hear me? Right? The sound works. The sound works. It's so funny. Because I'm on Facebook Live or YouTube Live right here doing the webinar, and I'm also on Instagram Live because at the moment, everyone on Instagram is speaking in languages that are not English, which is awesome. Everyone out here, you guys are all from like Dallas, which is great. Look at this. So much Dallas, Fort Worth. Everything's amazing. So let's move on. Any other questions? Sales scripts. Someone asked about sales scripts and using sales scripts. Listen, here's my feelings on sales scripts. Okay? Just like an actor, if you're reading from a script, you sound like you're reading from a script. You ever seen a bad movie where it's just awkward and you're like, that was weird? It's because those people were just reading from a script and it's uncomfortable. Okay? Sales scripts are, again, only as good as how you put them into your own words. So write it out. I'm a big fan of writing things out. I have a whole moleskin, right, all the time. That's my moleskin right there with my watch on top of it. Okay? I write out a lot of what I want to say to people because I know I'll forget, and then I put it into my own words. So a cold message is as simple as, hey, my name is Ryan Serhant. I'm a real estate agent in New York City. I've got somebody who might be interested in your house. If you're at all interested in selling, please let me know. Here's my cell phone. That's it. My script is probably written a little bit differently, a little more formally, but I put it into my own words. And that's how I put it out there. Okay? So how can we use the Facebook group to build our own sphere of influence? So I'll answer this question, and then we'll move on to my next part here for lead gen. The Facebook group has gotten pretty big. We're over 8,000 people strong right now. Let me just tell you, I thought I was going to put out this real estate sales course, and I thought we were going to sell it to maybe 200 people. That's how many people I thought. Because I thought, okay, I've got a team of 60. I'm going to force all of them to buy it, so help me God. I got my mom, my dad, maybe they won't buy it. Actually, they didn't. Parents. And then I thought, you know what, maybe I'll find another 140 people, something like that. We've been doing 200 courses a day. Right? From people all over the world. You got people asking me to translate the thing into different languages all over the world. Like, it's completely crazy. And I think it's because I'm actually a real estate agent in New York. I'm literally in my office right now. I am not a coach. I'm not a therapist in any way, shape, or form. I'm doing this right now to help as many real estate agents as possible so we can all get better. And that's a big part of why I created the Facebook group. Right? One, as part of the membership for everyone who joins the course. Right. So if you go to ryanserhant.com/course right now, you'll see there are 3 tiers. There's starter, which is you get all 42 classes plus my worksheets. You're going to become the most amazing agent afterwards. You're going to close everything. There's member plus. Okay. That's level 2. That's being a member to my Facebook group. That's getting more of these live Q&As every month. It's getting my monthly newsletter that I make just for you guys. It's my agent guide. It's all my email templates. My email templates I put into this course, and I cannot believe I actually did it. Everyone's using them already, and they're already working. I spent 10 years making these email templates, and I am giving them away, basically. Anyway, so that's in there. And then level 3 is the pro membership. You come and meet with me in my office. You meet with me, you meet with my social media directors, and you meet with my branding and marketing team, and we're going to do a complete audit of your business. That's level 3. So if you want to know more details about them, go to ryanserhant.com/course. But yes, a big reason that we started the Facebook group and the Facebook page is so that we can all do deals together. Some of the best deals that I do, people ask me this all the time. $1 Million Listing New York, that must be, people must be calling you all the time, right? People say that to me all the time. Oh, you're on Bravo. People must be calling you all the time to sell their houses and buying houses. When was the last time you called someone you saw on TV? You talked to Kim Kardashian today? No, you probably didn't. Same for me. No one picks up the phone and says, hey, Ryan, I saw you on TV last night. Now, some do, but most of the business that I get from $1 Million Listing, okay, and the other guys on the show are going to lie to you, is through other real estate agents. Some of the biggest deals I've done have been referred to me from agents in Arizona, agents in Texas, Alabama, Minnesota, California, Washington State, Washington, D.C., Kentucky, Tennessee, Germany, Spain, all over South America, China, Singapore. It's wild. And they say, listen, Ryan, I told my client you're my best friend. I have a guy that's moving to New York or somebody who wants to buy in New York. Will you work with them? Absolutely. So that's part of what the Facebook page is for. We're all going to use it to help refer deals and to help learn. So don't spam people on there. I swear to God, I will come and I will hunt you down. I have a Russian driver and he knows how to use himself. Take that for what it is. So yes, use the Facebook group to build more business. All right. The number 2 thing that I want to touch on, okay, now that we just went through all the back to basic ways for generating leads, is mindset. All right. That's a lot of what's in the course is getting your mindset right. And what's funny is that a lot of the classes that we did, I think especially the first couple, and then at the end of the course, like courses 40, 41, 42, the classes people are listening to. A lot of people have written me emails and they've written in the Facebook group about how they're listening to them almost as podcasts, as like hype audio tracks before they go into meetings because it gets them pumped up. And that is awesome. Because if that helps you get into the right mindset to go generate leads, to go do the work, to go be an actual salesperson, which is bringing new people into your sphere of influence, then awesome. Then I have done my job, right? All you need to do, if you sell a home for $300,000 because of this course, you just made 20 times on your investment for taking the course. Like, hello. It should be more expensive. I don't know what to tell you. Get your mindset right. One thing I say, and one thing we talk about in the course, is how to create the right mindset and how to create your own mantra. All right? So I talk about ready, set, go all the time. My dad taught it to me when I was a little kid. I say ready, set, go. That's what I say when I wake up in the morning. It's what I say when I put my right foot into the door, because it prepares me in my mind for running a race I'm about to run, right? You want to do the same thing. What is your mantra? What is your mindset? Do you have a ready, set, go mindset? Do you have a let's go, this is my house mindset? Do you have a I'm going to sell this house today mindset? Figure out your mantra and what's going to help you get out of bed every morning to go and do this job that we have to do, which isn't that hard. We're not doing manual labor. We're not trying to figure out how to put people on Mars. We're not running the country. We're salespeople. Our whole job is getting to meet people. Oh, it's buffering again.
It's working.
It's working? Okay, anyone having issues on YouTube, go over to my Instagram Live. I'm over here. There's 1,000 of us. We're having a great time, right? Figure out what your mantra is. Figuring out how to get yourself up every day, right? That's going to help you generate more leads. It's really, really important, okay? Remember this. Every day is about filling your glass. Do not be somebody who thinks that their glass is empty. It's not empty. The glass is just waiting to be filled. Think about that. Think about that and visualize that, right? The same way I talk about waking up with an empty bank of time and I'm going to fill it up and I got 1,000 minutes that I get to use. Every day, you get a brand new empty glass and you get to fill it full. That is your mantra. That's my mantra. That is my ready, set, go attitude. That gets me up. That gets me pumped. I don't even drink coffee. I'm just excited because I get to fill up my glass today because I actually woke up and I am alive and I'm healthy. That's awesome, right? That's part of my back to basics that I do every day, okay? And that helps me too because generating leads is not an easy business. It's not easy emotionally. It's not easy physically. Door knocking all day long, you're tired, right? So let's move on. I want to talk about structure for a minute, right? And how to structure your day. That's a big part of the course too, because we are all entrepreneurs. We're all independent contractors. We're all entrepreneurs who have to figure out how we're going to do our days every single day, right? You wake up, I want you to spend the first couple hours of your day. And again, all of this is in the course at far more detail. But I'll talk about it for 30 seconds here. You wake up, the first part of your day is generating leads. And the end of your day is generating leads. In between, you're servicing those leads. And you're following up with the leads you had yesterday, following back with the leads you had the day before, and you're following through with all of the leads and all the things you told them, right? And you're putting it all into your database. You're putting it into Wunderlist. You're putting it into Outlook. It's exactly how I do it every day. That is my secret sauce. And it's not that crazy. But the difference between me and everyone else is I actually do the work. Like I actually do it. It is 8 p.m. right now, and I'm in the office. I'm actually doing the work that I said I was going to do. I said I was going to do this webinar to talk about lead gen, and here I am actually doing it, right? So you're farming for leads all day long, and then you have to water those seeds to make sure that they grow. And then you have to tend them, and you have to cultivate them, okay? And you're going to do that through structure and through discipline. If you go to ryanserhant.com/course, you can sign up and you can get my entire day, literally this entire class where I show you my whole calendar and how I structure my whole day according to my finder, keeper, doer mentality and my breakdown. Finder, keeper, doer is really, really important. It's how I structure my whole day. Go get the course. It's all in there. We don't have time to go through it now, but it's literally made me millions of dollars. It's not the shows. It's not the books. It's not the fact that I'm just in New York City. Finder, keeper, doer, and my processes for follow-up and the way that I generate leads, all stuff that you can do and you can do and you can do and you can do. It's all in the course, and it's how I've made everything, right? And the breakdown is all in the course. And then one last thing I want to talk to you about before I answer some questions for lead generating is it is 2019, right? Right now, I'm talking to you guys up here on YouTube, and I'm talking to you guys down here on Instagram, right? We have 2 new amazing ways to get in touch with people. And over here, I could be talking to people on Facebook Live. Maybe that's just what we'll do next time in case I have buffering issues. I'm talking to all of you people, 2,000 of you, all right now, and you're all over the world through social media. How many of you here have seen my social media ads? Write in the comments, okay? If you've seen any of my social media ads, my swipe ups on Instagram or my ads on Facebook, I want you to, there you go, okay? People are commenting, you started to see them, okay? If you've seen them, it's not an accident. It's because I'm purposefully, okay, wow, blowing me up. Yep, you've seen all the swipe up ads. That is ridiculous. Okay, it works, right? I am targeting you specifically. Tamara, Steven, Gregor, Matthew, Billy, Matt, Stu, Miguel, Greg, Sean, David, Alan, Kenny. I'm retargeting you. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You can spend $10 a day, $20 a day. You close a deal, you take 10% of that commission, you put it into Facebook ads. It's the new way that we sell real estate, and not even just for selling real estate, for generating leads. And look how it worked. Look how it worked. I wanted to do a real estate sales course. How did I get so many people to sign up to it? I created an email database and I created a website. Anytime you go to any of my websites, I get your information. I have all your information and I retarget you. I retarget you on Instagram and I retarget you on Facebook. Okay? And I'll email you forever until you sign up. Right? Now you can unsubscribe, dick, but I will still find you in a lot of different ways. Right? So it works here and it can work for you too. So I want you to think about what type of business do you want to grow? Now, if you're trying to generate leads to sell something, then it's easy. Who is going to be your target market for that? You can literally go on Facebook right now, okay? Go to your ads manager, figure out a simple thing to do, okay, that you can target people with, and then you can set up and target demographics. You can target people based on what cars they like. If you have a house you're trying to sell with a 3-car garage, you can literally target people to their social media feeds with people who have 3 cars, who live in and around a 10-mile radius with very, very, very little money. And if you don't want to spend the money and you don't want to invest in yourself, even if you don't have it, then go to your manager. Go to your manager, talk to your boss. There's different things you can do. Okay, my personal favorite way to use social media to target leads and to generate leads is Instagram story swipe ups. You've seen them all. You all just said, right? Is Instagram story swipe ups. They go a long, long way. And I do them personally. Where's my phone? Well, my phone's right here. I hold my phone like this, and I do a personal swipe up like this, and people swipe up thousands a day because I spend the money and I put it out there. And I think it's the number one way that I've sold this course so well. And it's the number one way that I generate leads now in 2019 because I can target people directly. All right? And it works. It works. For real estate, I also run ads on social against other properties. If you're selling a house and down the block, another broker is selling another house, all right? Let's call it like Open Door, fucking people. Redfin, right? Exactly. It's down with the broker. Good for Redfin. Anyone else, right? They're doing another, they've got another house. I run ads against that listing. Anywhere that someone is going to go see their listing, they're going to see the listing for my house first. It's going to say sponsored, but that's okay. No one cares anymore. It all looks the same, right? So it's going to be through Google, which is the most expensive. So sometimes you have to save for those. Okay, Google ads, they're the most expensive. Or it's just going to be through Facebook and Instagram, which are actually reasonably priced. Okay? You can also do YouTube pre-roll ads if you want to generate leads for a client base that is watching YouTube. For me, going after a younger generation, I started running YouTube ads. I don't know. When did we start? Last week, right? Got to actually make sure they're actually running. If you see those, please let me know. Okay? That's it for lead generation. That is just scratching the surface. If you get the pro membership to my course, you're going to meet me in person and we're going to break the door down for how you're going to personally generate leads. And if you're part of my membership and you're part of the membership every single month, that's level 2 at ryanserhant.com/course, right? We're going to talk about this stuff every month, every new idea that I have. Okay? And listen, I sell more than anybody, right? I do about $1 billion worth of sales every single year. 1 billion. And I'm not from here. I'm not even from New York City. And I'm 35 years old. I figured out how to do it, and I want you all to figure out how to do it too because it's going to make us all better. It's going to make us all better. So go to ryanserhant.com/course. I want you to go and I want you to sign up right now. And I want you to send this to somebody else who needs this, someone else who's in real estate right now. Okay? I want you to send it to them because you're going to make them better too. And we're all going to be better. And if you're part of my membership, I'm going to help you every single month through the Facebook page, through the emails, through the webinars, through everything, because that is my goal in life now. Right? I know how to sell real estate. I sell it every day and I sell it more than anybody else. And so now it's my job to help you. I really feel like that's my mission in life now, to make the world of real estate agents and salespeople better, because we are still needed and no one's going to take us away. Not Redfin, not Open Door, not Zillow. We're going to step on their fucking ashes. All right? Questions? Who's got questions? How do I know which audience to target? How do I pick? Okay, so it's about knowing your audience. If you just want to, did anyone get that question? Someone just asked, how do I know what audience to target? If you just want to generate leads, right? It's what I talked about at the beginning of the webinar, okay? It is your sphere of influence with people you have things in common. It's people you work out with. It's people you go to church with. It's people you go to the synagogue with. It's people who have kids in the same grade. It's whoever you have something in common with. That is your first initial sphere of influence target market. And you're going to go after those people in all the ways we just talked about. And again, in the course, I go through all of this. All right. How do I know how effective I'm spending my ad money? Great question. Facebook figured this out way better than I could ever explain it to you. If you go to your ads manager, you can see how much engagement there are, how many people click. I can see from all the Instagram ads that I run to get all you guys to swipe up and sign up for the course, I can see how many people are swiping up. And then I can see how many people go to the site. And then I can actually see where you go on the site through heat maps. And I can monitor it. So I can see, did you go right to this section? Did you pass this section? And then I can update the website to be able to better serve the way I know people are going to it. All right? So that's how you can better effectively spend your money through ads, both on Facebook and on Instagram. Okay? And I truly do believe in Instagram ads that way. What do I use for my drip campaigns? I use MailChimp for my drip campaigns. Now, when I say drip campaign, I mean it in a lot of different ways. I touch base with certain people all day long just through text, through Instagram, DMs. I'm kind of dripping my information and the fact that I'm the most amazing real estate agent ever onto them that way, right? But through email, my consistent lead gen emails, I do it through MailChimp. MailChimp, I found anyway to be the best. All right? I found it anyway that to be the best. Is the course relevant for international? Yes. The course is relevant for anyone who wants to get into real estate who doesn't have their license yet, people who just got their license, or people who've been selling real estate for 1 to 50 years. I made the course for everybody. Now listen, there are certain classes in the 42 classes that might not make sense for you, so don't listen to those. But 5 of them are going to blow your mind and change your business. 10 of them are going to make a real impact. 20 of them are going to change the way you think about your business every single day. I promise you, the course is not bullshit. It's not fluff. It took me a long time to make it, and I made it because I believe that all the other courses out there are bullshit and are fluff. And it really, really annoys me. And they're way more expensive than what I'm asking for. I saw someone else. It's like a $7,000 a year or something crazy. Like, it's $500, okay? If you can't afford $500 for your education so that you can sell more and make thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands, then you're not for me. And you should hang up this thing right now. How do you decide what assistance you do versus you? Someone just asked, how do you decide when to get an assistant and how do you decide what they do? That's a good question. That's a big mistake that I made when I first got into this business. I didn't think I needed an assistant, and I thought getting an assistant meant I was weak and I couldn't handle the actual work. And that was a big mistake, and I paid for it dearly. I should have gotten an assistant a long time ago. Your job is to generate leads. That is your business as an independent contractor in this business. Everything else that you do to make money can be done by somebody else, right? Showings to brokers for previews, painting, doing board packages and applications, doing contracts, scheduling appointments, email, all that can be done by somebody else. When you get to the point that you want to be able to afford help so you can leverage and do more business, That's then what your assistant is going to do. What you do all day long is only what you should do. So for me, my face and my voice. I'm the only one that can be doing this webinar right now, not my team. Doesn't mean I'm not selling real estate right now. My team is selling. How do you bring up being a real estate salesperson when you meet them without sounding like a salesperson? It's super simple. You don't say, hi, my name is Ryan Serhant. I'm a licensed associate real estate salesperson in the city of New York City. No. Say, hey, man, I'm in real estate. What do you do? You ask questions. That's something we talk about in the course too a lot. Salespeople, the best salespeople and the best real estate salespeople ask questions in order to respond, not to reply. How many of us know that person that asks questions so that they can hear themselves talk with an answer? The worst people ever. Don't do that. Ask questions so that you can respond. So let people know you do real estate. And here's the greatest thing about real estate. Everybody has an opinion. They all live somewhere for the most part, right? They all want to know what's going on in the market. Oh, yeah, no, my friend has a house. What's it worth? Everybody has questions about real estate. Get the product started, right? Get the conversation started. It works. We have time for one more. Course valid for other sales businesses. Yes, the course is valid for other sales businesses. But like I said before, there's 42 classes, worksheets. As part of a member, there's my agent guide. There's email templates. There's my social media play. There's so much other stuff that I'm giving. Some of it isn't going to work for everybody. Most of it will. All of the tactics I'm talking about here and how to generate leads, how to follow up, how to structure your day for success, how to have discipline is going to help anyone sell, not just real estate. Sell Like Serhant the course is going to change your life. Go there right now. Okay. It is 8 p.m. That's it. Go to ryanserhant.com/course right now. Go there right now. Sign up. Let me know what you think. Email me. Ryan@ryanserhant.com. I'm going to email you back after you tell me what your feedback is. Go there right now. You'll get all my email templates. Do level 2. Get my agent guide, all my email templates. You can literally copy and paste my words and send to your clients. It will get you more business. I put it all in there. ryanserhant.com/course. Go there now. I love you all.